Here with more, the author of the new book, Start, Stay, or Leave, The Art of Decision-Making, Trey Gowdy, also Fox News contributor Jason Chaffetz. Jason, we'll start with you. Well, if they didn't like this practice, why did they institute it in the last Congress? And where were all where was the condemnation from Swalwell and Schiff and others?
Yeah, look, Nancy Pelosi started this, but that was Speaker McCarthy at his best. He's talking from his heart. He's putting the interest of the nation above those two individuals. Look, Adam Schiff and Eric Swalwell, they would not pass a security clearance to be the crossing guard at your local school, let alone be one of the most important intelligence oversight people in the country. There are hundreds of Democrats that are more qualified to serve on that committee. And, Sean, there used to be a time where you had term limits. First of all, there should be term limits for all of Congress, but term limits on how long you serve in that committee so that you don't reveal this intelligence and you don't get compromised like Eric Swalwell is, obviously, as was briefed by the FBI.
You know, you know, Trey, I look at the issue of Jim Jordan and Jim Banks taken off the Jan 6 committee. At that point, the committee was stacked. They put on the two Republicans that voted to impeach Donald Trump, the two people that hated Donald Trump. I don't blame Kevin McCarthy for saying this is a predetermined outcome. They didn't look into what the sergeant at arms had to say, or the Capitol Police chief had to say, or why in writing the mayor of D.C., Muriel Bowser, said no to guard troops at any time. Why didn't they look into those issues to prevent any incident in the future from ever happening?
Yeah, Sean, that is the best analogy. It is not Ilhan Omar. It is what Nancy Pelosi did to Jimmy Jordan and Jim Banks. That was a select committee. The Intelligence Committee, which I served on, is a select committee. You either get selected or you don't get selected. So, look, Swalwell was a bit player. He's honestly not worth talking about. He was a bit player on that committee. I'm going to talk about Schiff. For a decade, Adam Schiff has kept you from information that you should have had, like the dossier, the fact that it was used in a FISA filing, who paid for the dossier. He went to court, Sean, to keep you from finding out things that were true. And then on the other hand, remember the whistleblower that he met with but said he did not, the allegations of collusion. The reason the media is upset is because now the New York Times and the Washington Post and Politico are not on the Intelligence Committee. Because Adam Schiff was the most serial leaker that I served with. Jason may have another opinion, but he was a serial leaker, which means those news entities now are not getting the information that they never should have gotten in the first place.
You know, I would argue, Jason, that the FBI now, that this investigation in judiciary by Jim Jordan, who was on last night, is more relevant than ever. Because of what Trey was just talking about, and that is as it relates to the FISA application and the dirty dossier that Hillary paid for being used. Then we have 2020. You have a young FBI agent who wrote a thesis about how Trump and Russia colluded in 2016, setting up FBI agents to meet with big tech companies once a week and tell them and warning them, oh, you're going to be fed misinformation. It may even be about Hunter, because they had the Hunter Biden laptop since December 2019. Do we need the FBI to be disbanded, and do we need to start again?
You need to lop off the head of that organization. If you don't get rid of the senior management and the people that are running counterintelligence and some of these, Washington-based issues, then you're going to continue to have problems. Director Wray was put in place to be an agent of change. He has not been. I think the Twitter files will reveal. I think the so-called Church Commission that Jim Jordan is going to head up with some very serious members of Congress who actually want to dive into the politicalization of the FBI. That has to happen so that justice is believed by both Republicans and Democrats. They aren't just looking after one or the other. Get rid of the politicalization. Do what they need to do. In our most trusted organization, it has a serious problem, and it needs fixing.
Trey Gowdy, same question. Last word.
Well, speaking of a laptop, Sean, you just proved the point. What did Adam Schiff say? He said it was Russian disinformation, even though John Lee Ratcliffe, the DNI, said it was not. And everybody knew it was not. But Schiff said it anyway because it was politically expedient to say, congratulations to that reporter. She got Kevin McCarthy more upset than I've ever seen him in the whole time I've known him. Good move, Kevin. Good choice.
All right. Trey Gowdy, thank you. Jason, thank you.